Hi. What's your name?
Priscilla Presley.
You like Elvis Presley?
In the loudest depths of modern music history, certain names just can't help but stand out as icons. Elvis Presley, the one and only king of rock and roll, is undoubtedly one of them. Of course, behind every legend stands a significant other that also has their fair share to tell, or even sing. In honor of the upcoming biography titled Priscilla, today we'll be delving into the life and legacy of the woman who played a pivotal role in Elvis' romantic life and left a permanent mark on the world of entertainment, both as a businesswoman and actress. So, let's rewind and explore the fascinating journey of Priscilla Presley. Since the very beginning, Priscilla's life has been nothing short of dynamic. Born to a young couple, Anne Lillian Iverson and US Navy pilot James Wagner, Priscilla was left without a father at only 6 months of age, until her mom remarried 4 years later to an Air Force officer named Paul Boulignou. Naturally, with her stepfather having such a career, Priscilla's early childhood was made up of relocation after relocation, with her family moving from Connecticut to New Mexico to Maine and later Texas, all in a span of few years. While this probably goes without saying, this made young Priscilla uneasy as she couldn't form long-lasting friendships, and just as she was getting used to her home in Texas, her father would be transferred to a place far, far away from the US of A, that being West Germany. For those of you who know a thing or two about Elvis' early years, you're most likely familiar with the fact that he himself served in the military and was living in Bad Nauheim at the time. You can guess where things went after that. A 14-year-old Priscilla would soon meet Elvis at one of his parties at the house he rented. Despite her parents' initial protests, Priscilla and Elvis would be seen together frequently from then on, until the king's eventual departure in 1960. The media being, well, what it is, the 14-year-old was constantly harassed with interview requests and fan letters, with a lot of them being quite negative, especially those from die-hard female fans.
I was only 14, actually only 3 months into 14, and visited him at his home.
Because he was a superstar.
And yet, this wasn't the end of their relationship. Both of them stayed in touch by phone until their eventual get-together in 1962, when her parents agreed that the two meet for 2 weeks under a slew of conditions. Elvis being Elvis agreed, but only in air quotes, as the rock and roll romantic would lie about their stay in Los Angeles. Instead, the couple would go to Las Vegas, with one of Elvis' staff members sending letters handwritten by Priscilla herself to her parents from within Los Angeles. Clever, yet also pretty corrupt, wouldn't you say? During her stay in Vegas, Priscilla relied on amphetamines among other drugs to keep up with Elvis' unorthodox lifestyle. Later on, she would stay with Elvis' own parents in a separate house and made her permanent residence at Graceland as early as 1963. If the drugs weren't already an indication of things going south, then the next part will be. For one, the pop star was caught in a storm of controversial reports accusing him of cheating with Viva Las Vegas co-star Anne-Margaret Olsen, alongside numerous other intimate co-star relationships, all of which he denied to Priscilla. Despite Elvis' unwholesome actions, the two would eventually marry in 1967 in the what could be described as a publicity wedding. The actual ceremony had next to no guests and was over in 7 or 8 minutes. The actual main event was a press conference with a breakfast reception that was estimated to cost over $10,000 at the time.
I need a woman who understands that things like this might happen. Are you gonna be here or not?
While the two would eventually divorce in 1973, it shouldn't be understated just how important Priscilla was to Elvis' image, as his signature style was influenced and guided by her. The King's lady herself was widely emulated by young women during the 60s and would end up thriving on her own. For one, her acting career sprouted gracefully long after starring in the episode of The Fall Guy, appearing in the hit TV series Dallas, and starring in the Naked Gun movies. She's also active in doing charity work, being an ambassador of the Santa Barbara-based Dream Foundation for 2 decades up to this point. Of course, if we go back to her relationship with her late ex-husband, we can't forget to mention that she's the co-founder of the Elvis Presley enterprise, and the one who helped turn Graceland into the tourist attraction that it is today. With all that said, we hope you enjoyed this little biographical tour surrounding the King of Rock's equally fascinating wife. Are you looking forward to seeing Priscilla yourself? Share your thoughts with us in the comment section, and, if interested, check out our other videos. Every like and subscription helps, and we hope to see you next time. Same channel, different time.